What's going on YouTube? Geosnow right here. So in today's video I have pretty bad news for the jailbreak community because we have new information from Saurik, basically the creator of Cydia and the Cydia Substrate, and it's pretty grim. So let's get into it. This is going to be a very important video because I have to explain some of the important concepts behind jailbreaking and why we use Substrate and so on, and why is this an important thing since some of you may not have a jailbreak anytime soon due to this. So it's very important to pay attention. Now, just a few hours ago, Saurik basically had enough and posted a very long string of posts here on Twitter in which he basically said that he doesn't have time to update the substrate for 8.12 devices, and he never promised to do so. He only worked on it like 3 days and it was blown out of proportion and stuff like that. And he basically posted that he would be happier if people forgot about Cydia and just moved on with their lives and stuff like that. And he said that people can look into other alternatives, for example the Substitute, and he posted, quote, "For what it's worth, it's entirely possible that someone using techniques I find sloppy, the kind of stuff that led to the iOS 11 stability issues, lots of kernel data patches to do stuff like mark processes as being actively debugged, can make 8.12 work easily. I have no interest in that. This community operates under a broken concept of software that anyone can update anything. No, if you are able to update something like Substrate, you can also rewrite it from scratch. Jailbreaks and code injection tools are the result of hard research and not engineering effort." He followed it up with this, quote, "If, and yes, if I ever release 8.12 Substrate, it will not only be because I found a good way to achieve the goal that I consider stable, but it will also be because I have, at least momentarily, come to enjoy the process of working on it again that might never come to pass." He followed it up with this, "In the meantime, I owe nobody anything and nothing I have would help anyone anyways, and particularly won't help anyone trying to support 8.12. I really wish everyone would just forget Cydia exists and move on with their lives. Anything would be better than dealing with all this." He then followed it up with this, "Truly, jailbreaking should have stopped during the iOS 9 era, if not before. There is a reason essentially all of the reasonable developers left long ago, and the community is largely run by bullies. Everything that we do now just digs jailbreaking a deeper hole full of fail." Basically, he went very hard at jailbreaking and at some developers and stuff like that. He made it very clear that there is not going to be a Cydia Substrate for 8.12 anytime soon, and we should probably move on to something else, and that something else is basically the Substitute by Comics, which is this one here. It has been used before in the Electra jailbreak, and it can actually work, and it does need a lot of work. So basically, we would need to update this a lot in order to make it work properly or to come even close to the Substrate, but it's all we have and it's open source, so I think Pound2Own will try to get this done. However, the Electra team is also on it and they're basically preparing their jailbreak with Substitute as well for the 8.12. At this point, I think it's whoever finishes that jailbreak first. Anyway, speaking of Pound2Own, he posted, quote, "Unc0ver version 3.0.0 is now out, the official release of version 3.0. So it's no longer in beta, but this one doesn't bring any 8.12 support. So yeah, but if you go ahead here on the releases tab, you can see the changes for the beta 51, which happens to be the golden master or the final version. So it says in here, quote, "Clean up, update jailbreak resources to improve performance and fix a kernel memory leak, display the bytes read into the kernel memory in a status message, fix the icon cache issue in rootfs restore," which is basically Cydia staying on a home screen after restoring the root file system. And that's basically it. If you want to update to it, you can find it here on the Unc0ver repo on GitHub. So yeah, pretty bad news. Basically, Saurik said that he's not working currently on the 8.12, despite the fact that the Unc0ver team made us believe that he is constantly working on that. Unfortunately, that was only a mistake Pound2Own made, basically hyping up the community, when Saurik wasn't exactly working on Substrate, and he made it very clear that he never talked to Pawn, but rather with Sam Bigner, the other developer of the Unc0ver jailbreak, whom Saurik trusts. Anyways, that's pretty much it, guys. Pretty bad news. We're going to have to switch to the Substitute now, which is far from working perfectly, and it has to be patched up and worked on a lot before we can have a final and stable 8.12 jailbreak. So yeah, if you're having an 8.12, unfortunately there is not going to be a stable jailbreak anytime soon. But yeah, keep on waiting. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated. I'm Geosnow. Until the next time, peace out.